in 5, 4. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the HIT.OR.DIE podcast.
You got to throw it like they do in Wayne's World.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the HIT.OR.DIE podcast with your hosts, Jake Saldati, Chad Rothford.
I missed it too, I think, in there.
We just want to thank you for the #1 podcast in the world that is named HIT.OR.DIE. So we appreciate the support.
Sounds like Wally Holland in Little Big League with like the most obscure baseball stat.
Yeah, we definitely have the most views in the bottom of the 9th on a Tuesday afternoon around 6:00 p.m. in the world. Thank you. We appreciate that. Again, thanks for the support. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Subscribes are going up, guys. The subscribes are going up.
The challenge is starting to rear its head out there.
And we definitely have some exciting news that you're definitely going to want to be a subscriber on YouTube, because we are going to announce. Can I announce it? Drum roll, please.
Go ahead. We're
having a HIT.OR.DIE home run derby this Saturday, June 19th at 5:30 p.m. at Clovis North High School. This is an event you will not want to miss. We're going to have a $2 admission, and that will end up going to the Bob Bennett Scholarship Fund. We're working with Clovis North on that to have it be a fundraiser for the Bob Bennett Foundation. So we are not getting anything from this as a HIT.OR.DIE. We're doing this all for the support of Bob Bennett and their scholarship foundation. And then we just want to put on a show. We have a good lineup for you guys as of now, but that will be later. We'll put that out there.
So go follow on Twitter at HIT.OR.DIE podcast, on Instagram at HIT.OR.DIE, and then also on Facebook at HIT.OR.DIE podcast. And all the stuff will be announced there. So that's going to be fun. Yeah.
And it's also sponsored by Trinity Bats.
Yeah.
So we got the winner will receive a Trinity Bat trophy bat.
So it's not a,
I mean, they can do whatever they want with it, but
I guess
we got a trophy bat. It's really freaking nice. And Trinity, we love Trinity. They, support the podcast and
nothing but good to us.
Yeah. For all you guys getting ready to play summer ball and stuff, go hit them up, man. Get some wood bats out there. Maybe let them know HIT.OR.DIE sent you, get a little discount. Maybe not. Don't quote me on that, but it's the best birch wood out there, I think, personally. So
having used it, by the way,
yes.
So, hey, I saw this morning, we had our walk-up song out there for people to use.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's yet to have been used, other than the video we put out there.
It'll definitely be used Saturday night.
Yeah. I'm sure.
At our own event, yes.
Yeah. Somebody brought a live band onto the field for their walk-up song.
Was this the Bananas? Like, was this like one of it was, isn't that like a,
did you see that?
No, but what is that league?
I don't know.
It's like a Scribini senior league, a summer ball league, like a bunch of lappies.
How you like that? You like them bananas?
I mean, when you peel back the layers, it just seems to be the right thing to do for that team. They got some crazy things going on with that Bananas. I don't even know what league it is, whatever it is, but hey, they do the funny things, and yeah, it's not a bad idea.
You risk slipping something up there.
I'm gonna what?
You risk slipping something up there.
Slipping, huh?
Slipping. Banana peel.
Yeah.
Flip.
Did you get the pun?
I did. I was going 1 for 1.
Yeah.
It wasn't very good.
Oh, slipping.
Like
slip on a banana peel.
Right.
Damn it.
It's okay.
I got it now. Too late?
No, I've never seen that before. I thought it was pretty funny. Only in some random ass summer ball league.
Yeah.
Would you find such a thing?
A lot of monkey business.
Brooks Koepka, Bryson DeChambeau, possible pairing at the U.S. Open.
No shot.
As a matter of fact, you're right. It's not happening. It was brought up, though, that there was a potential pairing between the two. And when the PGA reached out to DeChambeau's reps, it was denied by both DeChambeau and his agent. But what they didn't report on was a good question you asked was, what did Brooks Koepka say about it?
We don't know.
We don't know.
He would probably be all for it.
You think so?
I don't know. Maybe not in the U.S. Open.
Think about that.
Because he gets, it seems like he gets disturbed by even looking at him.
Obviously.
So
you go back to that clip and he was not into it at all.
So maybe not. Maybe he did. I don't know, but I don't know why they didn't say anything about his decision. So, but yeah, I mean, at first I would think he's that guy that would want to do that. But then after seeing the way he reacts towards DeChambeau, I feel like it would be a bad idea. Like his game would be off just because DeChambeau might take an extra minute talking about
golf. It's not like it's
a percentage of this shot, or
it's not like baseball or football where a teammate can take some of the focus off of you or you know what I mean? You're on.
It's you.
You're in the spotlight the whole time.
Yeah.
And those two in a grouping. Could you imagine the gallery for that?
Oh yeah.
That'd be pretty fun.
It would be. It would be. Especially at like, say it was at the Waste Management 16, like where everybody can be loud. That'd be funny.
That's fun for just whoever's hitting the ball.
Yeah.
I would tank that shot, by the way.
Oh yeah. 100%.
It would be,
I would definitely hit it in the face.
Oh yeah. Somebody's
wearing a ball.
Yeah. Somebody's getting.
Wait, this hole is 150 to the hole. I'm going driver. Like smoking this shit.
It doesn't matter where it's somebody's wearing a golf ball. Yeah, so not a pairing. I just thought it was weird too. They didn't post or they didn't report on. Yeah, did anybody reach out to Koepka's people? Because his response would have been nice to have.
Yeah, even if it was a no, he would have had some.
Because does it make DeChambeau look like maybe the bad guy in that instance? Like we're only hearing what he had to say, or
I don't know. I guess it's however you look at it, but maybe they went to DeChambeau first, and
because now Koepka can say, "Oh, I was totally in."
Yeah, see, so that's the thing. I don't know. We'll never know, but I don't think it's anything against DeChambeau. I mean, maybe he's thinking too, like I'm here to win. I don't want any distractions, and
they're
gonna make it more about us than the game. You know, my game.
Yeah, exactly. So, and for other players too, it's a distraction. Yeah. I would think maybe a little
for
bit.
Sure.
So. And then you have them playing in the Ryder Cup together also. So
they probably won't be paired in that either.
No, but I think they'll also understand what they're playing. They're professionals. They're two of the best at what they do. That's also fun to watch.
That is very fun to watch.
Get into some college baseball. Two guys. You had Riley Cooper represent Arizona, or Clovis North at Arizona. Pick up the win Friday night in the Super Regional versus Ole Miss. Who is advanced to the College World Series again.
Yep.
And Brock Jones, who had a hell of a day to send Texas Tech home at the Lubbock Super Regional. They went 2-Q at their place. Stanford's heading back to the College World Series. So good to see more Valley players represented on the college baseball's biggest stage. You had Tyler Ferguson in 2014 and 15 with Vanderbilt winning a national championship. And I want to say 16 or 17, you had UCSB. Ryan Clark was there with that group, another Clovis West kid. But you've had a number of Valley players make runs to Omaha, including some of our own Bulldogs, who just had a anniversary from the 2008 national championship team. So good for those guys. And good to see them on a national stage having success.
Well, you forgot the best player to ever play out in the area, Jason Donald,
who represented Arizona in the college world. I always thought I'd heard like he was. I think it was for Arizona though, like the first freshman to start.
He was the first freshman shortstop to start in the College World
Series.
For the University of Arizona, which I honestly think their shortstop now is a freshman. I mean, he looks like he's 15, so I don't know. But
you did have some surprises in the College World Series. The main one is NC State goes to Fayetteville and knock off number 1 Arkansas in the Super Regional after getting blasted game 1.
Yeah, 21-2.
and then turn around and win in a tight game, game 2, and then another tight game that came in at a 9th inning solo shot by a freshman for NC State. Against arguably the Golden Spikes winner in Kevin Kopps.
Definitely the best player in college baseball. Definitely pitcher. But did they lean on him too much?
Well, that's a good question. I don't know.
Because they supposedly they didn't get a hit off him from the 3rd inning on until that last inning. I think it was something crazy.
His pitch count was like just over
115.
Yeah, 110 to 150, some in that range. I don't know. You hear the commentators talking about these guys. They're going to lose with their best guy.
Yeah,
this is his game. I get that, and we've done that again, but it's a completely different scenario. You're talking about high school players versus a stable of bullpen arms.
Yeah,
and you made a good point when we were texting about it. Like, you're the number 1 team in the country, and while he's a stud and the best pitcher in the nation, I think he was 12-1 overall and had 11 saves on top of that. But if you're number 1 in the country, trying to make a run to Omaha, you should probably have a little more faith in your bullpen.
Well, and you haven't lost a series at home all year. And I'll tell you what, Kopps probably didn't start many games for him during the season. I know you went with your guy in the last game, but yeah, there comes a point where you got to trust your bullpen. You got guys coming out of the bullpen that have done it all year, that have stopped, kept the lead there, or kept the momentum, or kept the score tight. Because you got to think too, as good as Kopps is, you have these college hitters that are seeing him 3 to 4 times. At some point, you're going to get very used to seeing a pitch.
Well, and he hadn't started a game all year.
Yeah.
And they get to the 9th, which is impressive.
Yeah, for sure.
And to pitch like he pitched, extremely impressive player.
Yeah.
But I agree with you. Like, you're the best team in the country. You got to have another arm. And if you're going to expect to make any type of noise in Omaha, you're going to need those arms.
Yeah.
Why not put them in that situation?
Yeah.
I don't know. I agreed with you. The kid put a good swing on a ball, had a huge super regional, by the way.
He did.
I think he had 3 bombs. But as a player that played there, talk about that environment. It was all that was talked about going into the series was, how is NC State going to handle the traffic, the noise of that environment?
And it's way worse now than even when I was there. They had the grassy area in left field, but it wasn't like it is now. It was just then down the right field line, it was like more grassy area, but now they have like boxes and stuff. And then I saw they even had some in right field, it's way bigger now. But that environment was absolutely ridiculous. And to play in it, like, you have to be mentally tough to play in that kind of environment, especially as a visiting team. Because
they're playing anything near that.
Especially us.
Yeah.
When I was there, I mean, we got maybe 300-400 fans at Oral Roberts. So, going to the Arkansas regional, I think we had 11,000 that first night game. And I had 11,000 yelling at me, because I'm not the smallest guy in the world. And, I had 11,000 fans yelling cheeseburger at me when I was up at the plate, which, if you're not mentally tough, that could destroy you. Luckily I did good. I had double my first at bat off one of the best pitchers in the country, and we ended up winning the game. So we went 3 and we won it all. But that environment was absolutely ridiculous. It's a lot of fun. If you embrace it, you can actually, have fun with it, and embrace the fans. But yeah, that environment's ridiculous.
Yeah, no, good for NC. That's awesome, man. Making a trip back to Omaha. It's been, I think I said 8 years. Yeah.
8 years. I thought it was since 83 or something.
I think they've only made 3 trips since then. I'm not sure. I'm going to look it up, but College World Series starts this Saturday, June 19th. You're still going Texas? You still pulling for Texas?
Yeah, I'm pulling for Texas. And then, I don't know.
That offensive show with Stanford, man, was.
I think Texas and Stanford, they're both I'll go for Texas and Stanford in the finals. Are they in the same bracket?
I mean,
Hopefully they're not in the same bracket.
Vandy's got two big horses.
Yeah.
Which they had in 14 when they won it. They had more than two. I mean, they had Fulmer and Tyler Beatty and Walker Buehler, and they were a monster.
Yeah.
But now with Rocker and Leiter, kind of the same thing. And it's going to be a fun World Series.
Yeah, it will.
I mean, you got the best teams in it. And I like Stanford. I want to see our West Coast guys win. That's kind of who I always kind of go for. So, and especially having a couple guys from the Valley represented and through other teams, kind of keep our eyes on those. So good luck to all those teams, but definitely going to keep an eye out on Arizona and Stanford, and also, guests of the podcast with Coach Eager and Coach Esker there at Stanford. So let's get into some high school baseball, man. We're here. We're in the semis. They start
tomorrow. Today. They will be today.
Starting in Division 6, you got Kern Valley as the number 5 seed at number 1 Kennedy, number 7 Strathmore at number 3 Fresno Christian, who's been there a lot recently. It seems like late in the last few years.
Shout out to Noah Hines.
Yep. Division 5 is number 4 Bishop Union at number 1 Minarets. That's a long journey for those guys. Coach Dara's group hopefully get this one. I think then they lose. They've lost a couple. They lost the last in 19, I think, to Liberty when they were at Fresno State. So good luck to those guys. Washington Union at number 2 Arvin. And then in D4, you've got Santa Maria, number 8 at number 4 Taft, number 3 Morro Bay, who's been lighting dudes up, at Bakersfield, who's number 1 Bakersfield Christian. Who that's actually going to be a fun game. It seems like I haven't seen any Division 3 teams really, or Division 4 teams, but I've seen some of Morro Bay scores. They were putting the hurt on some teams. Division 3, number 4 Ridgeview at number 1 Templeton. I was talking to Nick Papagni, and he was raving about this Templeton team, how good they were. So good luck to all those guys. Reedley, number 3 at Kerman. Number 2 is going to be a very good ball game. One of the fun semifinals around here in the Valley.
Yeah, that's going to be a good one.
And in Division 2, number 6, Madera Coyotes will travel to Visalia, take on number 2, El Diamante, and number 4, Paso Robles at number 1, Arroyo Grande. Word that I've received, or rumor, is that Arroyo's ace may be on the shelf. Not 100% sure on that.
That's a lie.
Could be a strategy play.
Mm-hmm.
But they still have plenty of arms beyond that. So it's a very good Arroyo baseball team. Division 1, very interesting. Number 5, Stockdale, going to take on number 1, Buchanan at Buchanan. And number 10, Clovis. Yes, Clovis, the Cougars, for some reason, always find a way to stay in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
At number 6, Liberty, who came to town and beat a very good Bullard team in a tough environment late. I think it was a tie ball game. They're the real deal. I've heard nothing but great things from a number of people and coaches about both Stockdale and Liberty. So I think you got 2 good semi-final matchups and across the board. So get out there and go support your local teams. If any of those guys are playing tomorrow. Today. Sorry. But I'm thinking about this Stockdale Buchanan, and I'm not sure who Stockdale's bringing back to the mound, who's pitching. Both fairly young teams. This could set up a matchup to where we see
for the years to come.
Yeah, next couple of years. And also the Liberty Bullard game. For Bullard to come, or for Liberty to come down this way and face a good arm and a good team and find a way to rally honestly, it's a big ballpark.
Very big.
It's a lot of outfield to cover compared to Liberty's field. It's very small, different environment, bigger crowd, all of that. They seem to not be phased at all by it and snuck out of Bullard with a win. Not snuck out of, they deserve to win that ball game. We're going to have a couple guests on from that team from Liberty. We got Jacob Tobias going to join us. So we're going to kind of talk about that game going into today's semifinal, hosting Clovis. And then also Clovis, we've got
Brayden Nicholson.
So we'll talk about that matchup a little bit. So stick around. We'll get Jacob Tobias with the Liberty Patriots coming on next.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the Hit.OR.DIE podcast. We have Liberty Patriots star Jacob Tobias on the show with us. Jacob, thanks for joining the show.
Thanks for having me.
No problem, buddy.
Yeah.
Big semifinal coming up, hosting the Cougars. Before we get there, you guys had to come to town and play a really good Bullard team at Bullard. Had you ever played there before?
No, I have not.
So what was your first impression of walking in and seeing how big that outfield was and just kind of that ballpark?
It was a little intimidating at first just because definitely Bullard has a lot bigger field than we're all used to, and not being able to play any Clovis schools this year, it was a little bit of a different pace, but I think we all as a team adapted really well, really fast, and being able to take BP on the field and everything like that, we got to get a nice feel for how it plays, and the ball carries pretty well there. So I think after just the first few rounds of BP, we all knew that it wasn't going to be anything different. And with the outfielders that we have a lot of speed. So it's going to just help us in the long run because it gives them more room to track down balls.
And you guys you didn't play any Clovis schools, but you got Clovis East in the first round. You guys beat them pretty good, 24-4. You had a great day at the plate. You hit 2 home runs in that game with 5 RBIs. Do you think, I know you guys have always had confidence playing, being one of the top Bakersfield schools, but playing against some of the track and, Bullard schools, did you guys have a lot of confidence coming in, even though you were the 6th seed playing and keeping that up, playing a Clovis school first round and then going to Bullard?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing that we did is that we just trusted in our teammates and our ability to just play the game. We didn't really worry about what other people were thinking about us or what our rankings were. We didn't really focus on that. We're just focusing on winning the game and playing. And so I think that was the biggest thing that helped us take that win first game and the second game, even though we didn't get to see any of that competition like we usually do. We just trusted that we could play the game that we usually do. And that's what happened. And the outcome that happened was pretty good on our end.
What was that environment like too? You guys are 2-2 late, and then we got a chance to talk with Coffee yesterday, and he's impressive, man. But just maybe talk about that moment and that big hit.
The environment is definitely tough. It's a tough one because Bakersfield is a nice little baseball area, but Fresno is a whole nother level. And so their fans, their team, we didn't get to bring as many kids as we usually do because of COVID. And when we went there, they had probably 30 plus kids. So the environment was crazy when we have our 18 in the dugout. And just for Cutter being able to start the game off strong like that, it was just the biggest start to a game we could have ever had, the best start we could have had. Because a hit like that just shows that we aren't afraid of the big moment like that, even though we haven't been able to, in my 4 years at all, we've had a lot of games like that, but we haven't been able to get past that level. And so I think it's just good for us to show that we're not afraid of the big moment like that.
Yeah, and that's a tough place to go in and do that. But it gives you some confidence going into, the next round. You're back at home. You got a Clovis Cougar team that, even though they're a 10 seed, they're really tough in the playoffs. They're known for the history of being a good playoff team, and they've been making a good run. So does the strategy change? You guys just going in trying to play your game as they come to you guys today?
Honestly, yeah, we're just trying to play our game. I feel like we've been playing really good baseball as well, so we're just not trying to change anything. And like I said, Clovis schools are always really tough, and so even though they're a lower seed than us and we have a home game, it's going to be the same as it was last week. We're not going to change anything. We're not going to expect them to roll over because they're not. And so it's going to be a tough game today. And hopefully we come out on top, but we just need to play our game. And if we do that, I think we'll be in a really good position.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of great things about not just Liberty, right, but and yourself and Coffee, but some of the Stockdale players, some of the kids from Centennial, I think Twist over at Bakersfield Christian. Yeah. There's a lot of players in that area that don't get enough maybe recognition as they should have, and they're all playing well. And in fact, most of those teams they're still playing baseball. Mm-hmm. So Bakersfield does hold their own. They always kind of have held their own. And I think sometimes maybe people forget that, but
we're kind of in our own little world over here in the in the Fresno Clovis area, which sucks at times because we need more of like Bakersfield. And it's nothing against the Bakersfield schools, but you guys need to up your social media game a little bit. Like, let's be honest, because the Clovis and Fresno areas, we're not afraid of the social media and throwing things out there. And I think that's where sometimes the Bakersfield schools get lost, is you guys don't have the outlet of people pumping you up and showing. So a lot of us don't get to see how good you guys really are in that aspect of it. So
yeah, we're going to try. We're going to definitely do our best to help you guys out down there. It's I've heard nothing but phenomenal things. I've heard a lot. Honestly, I won't put it in your ear. Maybe I won't. I will. I've heard a lot of guys, good baseball people, like they're not going to be surprised to see Liberty or Stockdale make a run and win this whole thing.
Yeah.
Like I've heard a lot of people even say like, dude, Liberty's going to win this thing. So you are talked about, especially with the right people around here.
Yeah.
And
baseball people know.
And like you say, right, you talking about rankings, it doesn't matter. Yeah, you've seen a 2 seed fall, you saw a 4 seed fall, and it kind of played into Clovis's hand a little bit. Some of the teams ahead of them going down and their bracket kind of shuffling a little bit, but still, nonetheless, Clovis being Clovis and finding themselves in a semifinal
and
game.
Baseball's baseball.
That's right.
At the end of the day, we both have to play the same game.
100%, man. It plays catch better, throws more strikes. Some fire questions.
Yeah, we got some rapid fire,
and then we'll let you get. You guys can probably practice. So yeah, here we go. We asked these last week. Favorite baseball movie?
I'd say either The Sandlot or Major League. It's up there. They're both great.
That's pretty good. That's a tie.
Yeah, I'm 100%. I'm with you. There's probably my 1 and 2s. So
100%. Favorite team?
Dodgers.
That sucks. I'm just kidding. I'm not a Giants fan either. I don't like the Giants fans or Dodgers fans. So favorite player?
Right now, probably has to be tough between Corey Seager and Mike Trout. I mean, they're both awesome.
So what about all time?
What about when you were younger? Yeah,
all time. When I was younger, I always loved watching Josh Hamilton.
Oh,
I just like his swing and just everything he did when I was younger. I always tried to just imitate that. And he was always the person I loved watching the most when I was a kid.
Like it. Yeah. Like that's a good one.
That's a really good one.
Different. I'm loving that. Do you guys have walk-up songs?
Yes, we do.
Who has the worst walk-up song on your team? You got to be honest here. And then we got to tag him in the tweet.
I'd say it might have to be Caleb Hay, our pitcher / hitter. He's a very country out there dude. So he'll just get some random country song that nobody ever heard before.
Like old school 1990s country.
His very first song was like one of those like Skrillex songs that he played, and we're all like, "What are you doing, bro?"
You need to help his walk-up game.
It gets him pumped up, though.
Hey, that's all that matters. I just like hearing who's got the word and what song it is. Who's got the best?
Besides you, probably.
You got some pretty good ones. I'd say Brady Reynolds has a pretty good one. Cutter has a good one. Our center fielder, Luis Fuentes, has a pretty good one. I like his. So there's a few that are really good, I think.
So if guys are getting on base, those walk-ups on hitting becomes contagious.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
That's good stuff. Chad loves superstitions.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have
very superstitious?
Do you have any superstitions that you abide by, whether on a streak or just on a game-to-game basis?
Definitely the haircut is a big thing that I go for.
Okay.
So you haven't got a haircut,
so
or you get one? What is it?
No, I like keeping the same haircut and just keeping it fresh.
Okay.
So
that's funny. He just texted me that the other day. He's like, "Hey, I'm due for a haircut, but we're on a winning streak because they're in the semis for D2." And he's like, "What should I do? Should I cut it?" And I was like, "Well, if you normally just cut it all the time, then cut it. But if you don't, then leave it. And then if you're questioning it, then just leave it."
All right. So let me explain to you. Okay. I get every like 2 weeks. I just shave my head. I last shaved it before our last league week, and we went 2-1. And then we won our first 2 playoff games. And I haven't cut it. So we play in the semis. Do I cut it or do I leave it?
I would say leave it.
Okay. That's what I did. I left it. Yeah. I haven't cut it.
Yeah, because I always get it. I always like getting right before playoffs start, just getting a nice cut to make sure you look good for playoffs and then leave it during playoffs. I don't want to change it at all.
There you
But
go.
beginning of the season and when playoffs start, and ironically, I usually play the best when right after I get my haircut, which is kind of ironic.
That's good though. That's your superstition that you go with, and it works. You keep doing it.
Anything else with it? Like anything on deck or?
On deck, no. I just kind of try to watch the pitcher and get my timing down. But definitely, if I have a walk-up song that's working, I definitely won't change it, because there's kids on my team that will change their walk-up song like every game just because they get something new. But for me, if something's working, I'm not going to change it at all. Like walk-up song or where I sit in the dugout or something like that. Especially just as a team, I think we're very superstitious. Like if we're in a close game and if we start getting a little rally going, we make sure everybody stands in the same spot, doesn't change anything.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yep.
Keep everything the same.
Saturday?
Yeah. So Saturday, we just announced earlier that we're having the home run derby Saturday at 5:30 at Clovis North, and you will be a participant in that. And we're happy.
I'm very excited.
We're happy you're in it, and
representing the Baco.
Yeah, you'll be representing Bakersfield. So that's what we're trying to do, is get you guys more involved.
You know what we didn't say?
What
is that? There is 0 bat restrictions.
0 bat restrictions.
So the more juiced bat.
Well, he asked me. He was gonna use wood. He asked me, and I said, "You can
whatever
use whatever
you want,
bat you want.
Whatever you want."
So
I can imagine there'll be some fun bats to.
I don't know how it is in Bakersfield, but there are definitely hot bats here in the Clovis Fresno area, and we are saying it's okay to bring them.
We want them.
We want them. We want to show.
Yeah, we figured that out.
Yeah, I know.
That's neither here nor there.
By the way,
baseball's baseball. I mean,
I think you'll see one Saturday too.
Yeah, so we're excited you're going to do it. We hope you're going to have fun.
More importantly, though, good luck through this semi.
Yeah,
and hopefully,
hopefully Saturday you're a Valley champion.
Yeah, that's
talk about
plan.
that too.
I mean, you got to take one game at a time.
Absolutely.
But that's the big goal.
Yeah, absolutely. No, Coach Mills is an awesome coach. Does a great job. Good luck, man.
Yeah, good luck to you the rest of the year, and then also Arizona State next year.
Yeah,
we're excited to see you go in the Pac-12 and continue your career.
And see you Saturday too, and everything, man. It's gonna be a fun week.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm really excited. It's gonna be a great week. So,
well, we appreciate you joining us for a few minutes. Good luck this week, and we'll see you this weekend, man.
Thank you. Sounds good. Thank you guys for having me.
You got it, bud.
Thanks.
Jacob Tobias, Liberty Bakersfield. Then
that was great.
That was fun.
Mm-hmm.
Seems ready to go. Seems loose.
Yeah, and that's I think that's a big thing in the playoffs. Like you were talking about your Madera team that you guys practiced today, or I guess yesterday, whenever this comes out.
Yeah, no.
How loose they are,
Yeah.
and you asked me about our 2013 team, and I said the same thing. It was like just having fun and staying loose, and almost like just trying to keep the pressure off and just go out and just play.
Yeah, I feel like us having to go on the road the rest of the way through, there is no pressure on us.
No.
The pressure it's not on us. We're playing with house money.
Yeah.
So, and I think the guys see that, and he seemed very, just very relaxed, ready for the moment.
Yeah.
And like they've been, just another day,
which is almost scary.
It is.
You know what I mean?
So Friday when we played at Fresno High, they're a good club, and that scores does not dictate of anything about that baseball team.
Mm-hmm.
Super well coached, very disciplined. They don't know how to quit. That team is not coached. They don't know how to stop going.
Yeah.
They keep going. They keep going. They keep going. I never felt comfortable, but before the game started, I was telling, Woody, like, dude, this is the most relaxed I've seen our team all year. And we just like looked and laughed at each other. Like, is it really bad or that's really good?
That's really good.
And it was really good. They executed, and but I mean, he seems relaxed and comfortable and ready for the stage. And then good luck to those guys.
Yeah,
hosting a track team in Clovis, who we're also going to have a guest on for today in
Brayden Nicholson.
We'll bring him on right now.
Yep,
and follow it up with some MLB talk. So stick around for Brayden Nicholson.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Hit.OR.DIE podcast. We're here with Brayden Nicholson, pitcher and position player for Clovis High School. Brayden, thanks for joining the show.
Of course.
You guys had a big playoff run, especially. I know it's not the season you guys wanted to have, but you guys ended up getting the 10 seed in the playoffs. Went in, had a great game, and then you played Slow last time. You ended up getting the win against Slow and went 1 for 2 as well. So kind of talk about your guys' season and then the difference between playing in the season and now the playoffs.
Well, our season has definitely been up and down. Like, I think we could have played a lot better than we had, but that's baseball. And then coming in the playoffs, everyone's 0-0, and we just came to just play one game every single day. And I think and we always told like our seniors that we don't want this to be our last practice, so in last game, so we just keep grinding, stuff like that.
Well, that showed. I mean, in Slow, you guys took they took an early lead on you guys. Mm-hmm. You guys had to come back and win that thing, right?
Yeah, it was like 3-0 with like first like 5 pitches. It's crazy.
Talk about also going on the road round 1, and I mean, you guys get to play Bakersfield schools, and you get to Centennial, and just kind of the difference in environment and even ballpark.
Yeah, it plays really small there too. Like, I gave up an absolute moonshot. It was like, I was like, holy cow. But just, it's definitely different, but I mean, I feel like we play better on the road. So
yeah, do you guys have like it seems like the Clovis Cougars, when they get in the playoffs, they're just like a different team, a different mentality. What has Coach Patrick kind of instilled in you guys when on this run right now?
That no matter who we play, we just got to play our game, because and we just keep playing our game. So
yeah, I think that even with James and all those years, like the number in front of the name, just, it doesn't matter.
No.
Mm-hmm.
That's the same team that was playing 3 weeks ago without the number. Don't focus on
the record.
Yeah, I mean, you guys have beat two good ball clubs. I mean, Centennial, up until the end of this season, was up in line to maybe win that league down there. So, do you guys? It seems like pressure is not a thing. And again, like you said, playoffs are 0-0. Do you guys, have you felt pressure at all? Like, I mean, down to Slow at home. At any point, did you guys feel like we can't win this game?
No, I feel that coming into this, we came in really confident, and I think that's why we've been so successful.
And I mean, playing in the track has got to help that.
Yeah,
times 10. Like you said, you play in a different environment. You play in the track.
15 games.
Well, yeah, and this year 3 days a week. Mm-hmm. You're pretty much ready for anybody else to come in. Are you surprised at all that your team's on a little run?
No.
Knowing the history?
Yeah.
And I feel like our story now is like what it was in 2019, same thing.
Yeah, I see some similarities. Big time. Got hot late and then took it on in the playoffs and kind of had that mentality of, I know 2019, they didn't want to lose for Coach Patrick. It was his last year going out. And then, this is Chris's first year technically since last year was COVID, and you guys have something to prove with him taking over the helm now. So it just seems like you guys have that don't care mentality, just go in and try to, hit whoever in the mouth first. And Liberty's going to be a tough, team to play, and go down to Bakersfield and play in another small park and, just grind it out and see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
What are your plans going forward for next year?
Playing baseball at Reedley for Coach Purse.
It's a good choice, man.
Yep.
You're battling this guy over here.
Had a good season
over at City. What happened? How you gonna let recruits slip away?
Essian's got that Clovis connection, man. Yeah. Got that Clovis connection.
They do a good job, though. All those guys, COS, everybody's stepped their game up a little bit.
Yeah, they got a lot of Cougars though at Reedley. Crop did really good for them, and they got some good Cougars and got another one in Brayden. So it'll be fun to watch.
Yeah, and definitely, this week's going to be fun, and making that trip down there. Again, it's going to play a little different than Centennial, but definitely not a monster park that you guys have played in all year. Going to be a little smaller place, but good luck in that environment. And then in a semi, it's always cool, man. And a game away.
Yep.
Excited about that. Have some quick fire, some fun questions for you. Ready? Favorite baseball movie?
Sandlot.
Okay.
Nice. Favorite team, baseball team?
I'm a Dodger fan.
Oh, man.
It's 2 for 2 on that
today.
Forever? Born and raised Dodger fan?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
He's blue. He's blue. Not just Clovis blue.
Just wondering if we can
That
convert
Dodger
him.
blue.
Trying to convert him a little bit.
Yeah, but we're not Giants fans. We
I know.
can't convert him into anything.
I know. Favorite player?
Right now?
Yeah, right now. But maybe when you were growing up, and then
Both.
and right now, both. Yeah.
I was an Andre Ethier fan back then.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have to go, my boy Fernando. Dude's a stud.
Tatis?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dodger fan, we'll go with the Padre. Okay.
Got him.
I hear it. Yeah, you can't hate the game, right?
Nah, not at all. I know you guys have walk-up songs at Clovis High School. Who has the worst walk-up song on your team?
Drew Steinhardt for sure.
What is it?
It's some weird rock song.
It's just kind of funky. Like you guys are like, what is this?
Yeah.
Doesn't get you juiced up at all?
No, I don't know how
That's like, turn this one off. Who's got the best walk-up song, you think? Which song gets you going the most? If not your own.
Yours, yeah.
Well, I would go Logan Sump. I like his song.
Yeah, do you know what it is?
Some Pop Smoke song. Goes pretty hard.
That's all. You get a good beat and you get some, it gets you pumped up and juiced.
Would you ever have a marching band follow you up onto a field with a walk-up song?
No, I don't think so.
If you on social media, there's what league is that?
I don't know. It's the Bananas or something.
Is it semi-pro or just summer ball?
It's like independent, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe a college league even.
I don't know. There was a guy that had the marching band follow him to the box playing a song. So I'd never seen that before. I love it.
Yeah. Superstitions. I'm very superstitious, as a lot of baseball players are. What is your biggest superstition, whether it be throughout the season, game day, food you like to eat, something that you're very superstitious about?
I got like 3 big ones.
Yeah, let's hear them.
Well, I have a big old rip in my batting glove. It's been my batting gloves all season. I have not changed it. And then I have to eat chicken, like fried chicken, before every game.
From a specific place?
No, the bags you get at Target, like those ones.
Yeah.
Gotta get those.
Okay.
And then I have to watch Rick and Morty before, like the night before.
Rick and Morty.
Yep.
Hey.
Random.
But they're superstitions. I mean, there's some weird shit out there, but hey, hey, whatever gets you going, that's all that matters.
Love it. You better. Then I know what you'll be doing the rest of the end of the day.
Yeah.
So, have a piece of fried chicken for me. Love me some fried chicken.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, good luck, and thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
We'll see. Hope you guys move on representing the track.
Good luck, man. You guys keep going. Keep it.
You can never count out Clovis.
You can't count out the Cougars
ever.
No.
And you've got one of the best, if not the best, BP thrower in the section.
Yeah. Shout out to Storm Chandler.
Shout out Storm Chandler.
So.
Guy's working hard.
Yeah.
So, hey, go get it, man.
Yeah.
Good luck. And hopefully we'll be seeing you next year. Come out and watch you face the Rams a little bit and enjoy your time at Reedley.
Thank you.
All right, man. Brayden Nicholson, future Tiger, Reedley Tiger.
Arch enemy. I'm just kidding.
No, it's good. Happy for him. I'm happy for all the guys that get to go on and play. That's all that matters. And
Absolutely,
and
100%.
reality is they get to go on and play. And obviously you want to get the best of the best.
You want all the recruits.
Yeah,
you want everybody.
I got to be a part of that this last month and a half of recruiting and stuff, and it was a lot of fun. I told you that, and it's been a lot of fun for me reaching out to Division I schools and other colleges to get my guys to places. So, if guys are going on to play, that's all that matters. Obviously, we would love everybody to come to City, but it's not going to happen. And, Essien does a great job. Purse, obviously, they do a great job over there. And, good luck to him. And that Cougars team seems like they're laid back and ready to go and get after
same boat as us. Mm-hmm. Pressure's not on us. No. You know what I mean? We're just going to go on the road, play our butt off, and try to pull out a W.
Yeah.
That's it. We're a game away, man. Why change anything?
Yeah. No, that helps. It's like, it's going
you can't just play an emotion and you can't go in playing afraid to lose.
Yeah.
Because that's how you're going to lose.
Especially when you're the 10 seed and, a lot of people expect you to lose.
Right.
I'm not just saying that just to Clovis. It's all the bottom seeds. Like people expect the top seeds to win. That's how the rankings are supposed to go, So, Clovis has just had pretty much no pressure throughout the playoffs. And I think that's how, CP's done a great job getting them to buy in, to be like, look, the season's over. We're like Brayden said, 0-0. We're starting over, and let's have some fun.
Yeah, eliminate that number from the front, man. It doesn't matter. And he's got some young guys that got some experience this year, which is awesome. And with the classes coming up, Clovis again. You've got Clovis West, Clovis, Buchanan, the Stockdale group.
Yeah,
there's gonna be some really good baseball flying around here for the next couple of years. It's gonna be fun to watch. Before we wrap up with a couple MLB things, I saw that this is hard to do. I mean, Baltimore 0.0 chance, but Arizona, as of last night, had lost 20 straight road games and is too shy of the MLB record. I just thought that was
that's tough because I was just watching Moneyball, right? And they went 21 straight games winning. That's 21 straight. This is 20 straight road games. So they're playing home games in between. So that almost makes it tougher, I think, because you're playing in between games. So it's like they don't count compared to the road games, I guess. Does that even make sense what I'm trying to say? So it's like you play four road games, you're 0-4. Then you play like 4 home games. Say you go 3-1. Now you're on the road again, or you know what I mean? So there's in between. Not saying it's hard. It's not as hard to win 21 straight games in general, but I mean, it's
probably harder to do that.
It's definitely harder to do that. But to be off on, and then just lose only the road games. That's it's just crazy.
It's definitely a head scratcher.
What's really
what's going on here?
Well, we just swept our home series. Now we get swept again.
Yeah. You go on a 10 or 12 game road stretch.
Yeah.
It just seems hard to do to me.
Especially in the big leagues.
Harder to win 21 straight.
It's harder to win 21 straight, but in the big leagues, I find it tough to just lose that many road games.
I saw that, just kind of blew me away.
Pull out one.
And then again, back to the MLB pushing for all the substance bans for baseball for pitchers.
Yeah. Did you see something coming out today?
Yep. They put out, as of I think next week, the ruling is MLB to punish pitchers caught with foreign substances. There will be some randomness involved to the checks, but umpires will most often examine pitchers for illegal substances on their gloves, caps, and uniform. At the end of an inning, when exiting, to not interfere with the flow of the game. If a pitcher is caught possessing or using any illegal substance, he will be ejected and suspended for 10 games with pay. It didn't say anything about multiple.
So is it 10 games, like 10 team games? Because that's what's funny about the suspensions. Like when a position player gets suspended,
it's not all. Yeah,
no, it's going to be
games.
Team games.
Yeah,
but when a position player gets suspended, they're missing all those games. Say a starter gets suspended, he's suspended 10 games.
Or 10 starts.
He might miss, exactly. He misses a start.
No, I would assume it's just 10 games. So you can miss 2 starts basically at the most, or if it's a reliever.
But if you're a starter, they'll probably just let you miss 1 start and then have you pitch right away when you come back.
Yeah,
because they're still going to a facility
and so I'm getting paid to get a 1 start off.
Yeah.
Like with the with pay, where's the punishment here?
Where's the punishment? There's no punishment.
What's the punishment?
Unless you're like a reliever that's throwing every other day.
Which that could hurt your ball club, especially if you're in a run.
Yeah.
But it's not a punishment.
No, take the pay away.
Take the pay away. Hit them where it hurts, in their pocket.
Exactly.
They're doing it to get paid.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So take the pay away.
So take the pay away. Lesson learned.
Yeah. Manfred's a joke.
So I'm not understanding this. I didn't see anything of multiple times. You know, with PEDs, it's 3 and you're out. And it's not 10 games. It's what, half a season or 80 games?
Now 50, then a full season.
And then it's done.
We'll see ya.
You're out of here. And all unpaid, correct?
I think so.
So what are we doing?
What's the difference, right? If it's a legal substance,
It's illegal.
It's an illegal substance.
I think you're going to see it drop off.
Or do the same. You get popped, it's 50 games. You get popped again, it's 160.
If you want it gone, if you really, truly want it out.
10 games?
10 games, no pay. For a reliever, that's probably more harsh than to a starter.
Yeah, I mean.
It is more harsh.
I'll go on a vacation for a couple of days.
And here's my bank. So I might make sure my check's in there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All these guys' wives will be like, hey, honey, I got you a present.
Yeah.
Here's some spider tags. It's not a punishment.
Not a punishment.
So we'll see what happens.
Hot MLB.
They're crushing it.
This year is ridiculous.
Yeah, somebody was saying that it's about time that they want to do something because they're throwing these balls like they're wiffle balls with the amount of movement you're seeing.
Yeah, it is kind of crazy.
We'll see what happens. I can't believe they're not getting any pushback on these at all. Whatever. That's what came out today.
Yep.
So
I'm still mad about the DH. So,
or the extra inning rule, kind of dumb, or the bigger bases. There's a lot to question and scratch your head on what's going on with Major League Baseball.
Yep.
Not enough time in this podcast, but
not enough.
Thank you everybody for joining us. Thank you to Jacob Tobias and Brayden Nicholson. Good luck to all the teams playing in semifinal games throughout the playoffs. Congratulations to you guys. That's awesome. Please go follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook at HIT.OR.DIE podcast. Get the podcast on Spreaker, iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio. And again, the big news, HIT.OR.DIE Home Run Derby taking place Saturday, the 19th at Clovis North High School, 5:30 p.m. We are starting sharp, if not maybe even a little earlier. So get out there. All the proceeds that are raised, they're not coming to us. We're going to get it to the Bob Bennett Scholarship Foundation or Scholarship Fund at Fresno State. So again, come on out and support. Going to be a good lineup. We'll get it out there on Twitter or our social media here today or in the next day or so. So be on the lookout for that. And that is another episode of the HIT.OR.DIE podcast.
HIT.OR.DIE.